orderliness of God. There is no way that a man can be spiritual without following the principles of the Spirit per time. You cannot be spiritual under words. You must be spiritual under works and services. You must be spiritual by abstaining from committing sin. You must be spiritual by doing that which the Lord has also instructed you to do. And there's no way that you say you cannot commit sin. You cannot commit sin, but you are living in the world and you are not doing things of God. You must surely commit sin. But when you are found regularly in the presence of God, you will not be familiar with the systems of God. You see that the spirituality in fearfulness, so you see that spirituality will be formed in you. Because I know that sometimes when a man is too familiar with the system of God, he thinks that God is his brother, he thinks that God is his friend, and thereby he can commit all sorts of things that he wants to do. That's what I see in men. Sometimes a man ought to give out himself in order to give out in totality of his heart to fellowship with God. There is no way that we can say that we want to be spiritual and be every day you see us, we'll be moving in parties, we'll be moving in clubs, we'll be moving in eye services, we'll be doing all things, and we'll be in our business every day, our business. And we'll come out and say we are spiritual. There's no way that spirituality will be formed and seen in our business. Never. Spirituality is that moment and in that order that a man left all he has and also fellowship with God. Not that it's not going to work, but the word of God said there is time for everything, and that which is the time for Christ. That you see that a man will fellowship with that moment that is time for Christ. Not you are giving up to your 90% of your time to job and your services of works of life, and you are not giving time to the principle and to the standard of God at that moment. You are giving only to your own business. You are giving 10% to God. God is not happy with that. God is not happy, because at that moment that you are giving all your attention to your business, that which you are doing at that moment becomes where your spirituality is. And any man who offends you in that moment you are doing your business, you won't even take time, you curse the person or you say anything you like. But when you give out your time to God, every moment, every time, every moment, you will see that you glory in the wisdom of the Lord. Let me just tell us something. However you want to claim it, however you want to say it, what a man have is only by time. And whatever we get in this world, there's no way we can carry it to the other side. It's just for flesh, for the growth of this flesh. Whether you're living in the most beautiful house on earth, you are driving the most expensive car, you are doing all sorts of things, these are just flesh. At the end of the day, you must surely die. And when you have worked for your flesh, your reward will be in flesh. But when you walk in the spirit, although you might not have everything in this life, although you might not get everything, but there is where you have walked, and that place which you have walked, that is where you're going to reap. People don't understand. That place which you have walked, that is where you're going to reap. If you walk in flesh, you reap in flesh. But if you walk in spirit, and for the growth of the spirit man, you see that you can be able to reap it forever, because that is where eternity stands. Eternity is where by a man have walked spiritually and waiting for the outward manifestation of it. You see, at the end of the day, this man will reap where he saw. At the end of the day, this man will reap where he